You know, when Tom told us we were going to do a send-off for Mac, it was going to be a roast, I thought, you know, a roast is the perfect send-off for Mac because there's so many things wrong with him. But I want to acknowledge the other roasters first. You know, Tom did a great job as MC, year after year, season after season, working hard, maintaining his off-season training program as always.
Making it in the New York Times.
Making it in the New York Times.
Actually, Mike, he logged more times as MC as the prop this year. So.
Dino, we've got new Dean with us. Unfortunately, old Dean couldn't make it. The one everybody likes more. You know, Dean is a former president. And these community outreach programs, the blood drives and so forth, he started a lot of these things. And we did blood drives for years. And they loved him at the blood drive. Dean used to get there early because they used his blood to sterilize the instruments. This is a roast. What the fuck? I'm going to keep it classy.
Like it's been.
And I'm going to keep it short. Like McNamara's did. A quote from Churchill. If he would have met Mac, he would say that Mac is a modest little person with much to be modest about. When Tommy told me about this roast, it was very clear that there were some rules. You know how Tommy is. You ask him a question, he gives you a quote from Cicero from 3,000 years ago. So I said, all right, Tommy, I'll do it. What are the rules? Well, there's going to be a lot of ladies in the room, Mike, and you really have to be careful. I know how you are. And I said, okay, what's the first rule? You can't say fuck. I said, okay, I'll do that. What's the second rule? You can't say cunt. I said, how is George going to follow along? His last rule, he says, Mike, listen to me. Everybody has something. We all have baggage. We all have things we're not proud of. You need to really be careful. Under no circumstances, Mike, I mean this. Under no circumstances can you mention McNamara's herpes. I said, Tom, what? Listen, the first part I get, there's ladies in the room, people that haven't been here. But that last thing, I mean, they don't even know what those blisters are yet.
That's mine,
It's cool, man. It'll burn.
Just a little sandpaper in the morning.
You know,
Take it right on down.
we talk about leadership, and one of the things I learned in the military about leadership was consistency. And when you asked Mac a question as president, he was always consistent, gave you 3 answers. I don't know, that's not my job, and go ask one of the captains. I can tell you how I met Mac. It was my first match with the Gray was the 30th anniversary match against that conglomeration over at the school in Waterford. And we had our AGM over at Bobby Copley's house, the big haunted house he lived in Middletown. It was a great house. So I'm walking around, I'm meeting people, and Mac comes up. I mean, I didn't know what the hell he was. I thought he was like a mascot or something. So Mac comes to me and he's telling me he's running for president, and he's telling me what he wants to do with the Gray, or he wants to move the Gray forward. He's giving me his hopes and dreams. He's pouring his heart out. He hands me his soul. He made himself so vulnerable. Tell me, I'm running for president. I really need your help. I was so moved that I voted for Jeff Levinson. You know, when you see him play, you know, he's running around the pitch, pumping his little legs as fast as he can, he's not going anywhere. And he's always got a smile on his face. That's because the grass tickles his balls. You know, Matt kind of fancies himself as a stud, you know, he thinks he's all that. Unfortunately, when you're that tall, you can't go down on a woman, you gotta go up. Speaking of masturbation, he masturbates so much that the pages on his Facebook are stuck together. Listen, I could go on and on about how short he is, but he's also bald. I mean, he looks like a corn dog with eyebrows, for God's sake. But he's good at it. You know, Matt's got holes cut in his front pockets so he can run his fingers through his hair. Let me say this though, in all seriousness, you know, you play this game for a long time and you meet friends, and you meet great friends and you meet best friends, and it's no secret that he and I are very close. I am the big
How
spoon.
close?
I'm the big spoon. You know, one of the things that that he did under the radar all the time was Kevin understood what the role was of the president. He didn't run the team, he ran the organization. You know, there wasn't a weekend that went by or a week that went by where I didn't get a phone call. We talk about 3 or 4 times a week about all kinds of things. And he's been a great friend for many years. And there can be a treasurer for some club in Worcester who has a family problem and he knows about it. They'll say, let's take a ride, we gotta go, you know, help this guy, we'll have a beer with him. There could be any wife or spouse or family member of the team that has a problem that, you know, needs some help. He knows about it. His finger's been on the pulse of the team for a long time since he's been here. He understood his role was the president of the club and not the captain on the field. And he did that better than anyone I've ever seen. Personally, you know, there was a time in Saranac a few years ago. It was a tough time for me. And as a friend, we went up together, I wasn't gonna go. He kind of didn't leave me alone for the whole time we were up there. Made me laugh, bought me beers, made sure that I had a good time, took my mind off of what was going on at the time. And may God strike down Jake Chabot if I'm lying. He promised me a blowjob on that trip. Not yet. We were in great hands the time he was here. But with Andy taking over, Andy, you've got some little itty bitty tiny shoes to fill.
There goes ball. Hold on. Our back of the year might die tonight. I'm just checking. Yes.
But if you carry on the same way he did, we're gonna do a great job. And we have every confidence that it's gonna move forward as well as it did in the past few years with him. And I just want to say, I haven't said it publicly, I want to say it now. Cheers to Matt, a great friend.